Hey, what's going on? It's Val. And guess what? I have my Cali girl in the house, Rochelle Hall.
Hey.
So we're going to break this off with a situation. We're going to talk about a different situation a little later. But first, Ro, I got to give you a situation that I want you to look into. Okay, so this is a situation. You meet somebody. Okay. And when he approaches you, he started talking. But when he started talking, you notice that he got like 4 vampire teeth in the front.
Oh.
I mean, like 4. I mean, you know, like not just a vampire, like one on each side pointing. He got like 4 points going across.
My.
Like 2 W's like made together. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Look like he been chewing on a chainsaw when it was running. You know what I'm saying? Do you like tell him like introduce him to like Obamacare, or do you just like say you don't have no insurance? What's the situation there? What's the situation?
I think Val, if I met a guy like that, who looks like that his mama and his daddy were in Jaws 1, 2, and 3. I would have to tell you that, brother, no, we gonna have to go down here either to the hardware store if you ain't got no insurance, and we gonna get us a saw, and we gonna even that madness out. Or I'm gonna have to give him some type of insurance. I can give him 90 days on mine.
Okay, so y'all wonder where I get the funny from. I get the funny from my friends. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just say I'm funny, I get the funny from my friends. You know what I'm saying? But if it's another situation with that, okay, let's say that you meet somebody. And let's say he got some funky breath. Ooh. And you look at him and you's like, either you or me hold our breath because I can't breathe because when I swallow it hurts my stomach. Are you going to tell him about Listerine, or are you just going to talk to him like sideways, like this, like talk to him sideways?
Girl,
what we going to do?
It ain't going to be talk to the hand. It's going to be talk to the back of the head because I'm gone.
I love her. So we got Cali in the house, and we're going to talk about different situations going on in Cali because I can't even tell y'all the accolades and stuff she's done because she's done so much. I've known you, Ro, you know what? I've known you for almost 30 years.
Almost 30?
Yeah, I've known you for almost 30 years. And she was an educator, okay? She is an educator, but I'll let you say what you educated in because, I can't say teacher because you're a past teacher because you educate. Because I see that you have students that you have, somehow you have influenced their life on something, especially in the education. And then they went on to graduate from college. You went to their graduation and everything. Man, that's support. And everybody needs some kind of support. So let's say tell me a little bit about how you got to that.
Well, I just know that when I was really young, that I was always enamored and impressed by my teachers. Okay. And so I just figured that one day it would just be great to do what they do. Okay. So initially I did indeed start off in the classroom after being educated at UCLA and going on to get my master's degree.
Hey.
Then I went ahead and became a teacher. And I kid you not, this is true story. True story.
Okay.
I realized I was teaching English and history. Okay. And I realized that I wanted to teach life because I kept getting in trouble for telling the truth. I would teach the students about the war, Vietnam War. I would teach about the difference between a Republican and a Democrat, and some parent would always have a little something to say, I guess, about my honesty. And so therefore, I guess I was being a little unpatriotic because I was telling the truth. So therefore, I decided I wanted to teach life. So I went back to school and got a counseling credential and became a counselor and went on to do a whole bunch of other stuff. But the last thing I did for my last 10 years is I ran a program for state-identified gifted children in the hood so that they could also have the same opportunities as the students, as in California, we say on the west side. So that's what I ended up doing. And my charge was indeed to get these students into the Ivy League colleges of their choices and to see them through. And I had a great success rate.
You did. I've seen several students that you have helped get there, and they like really appreciate you. Like Miss Hall did such. I'm like, oh, and y'all both about to cry. You know? But I was like, that's good. But doing stuff for the community, I know you know about you being in LA, you know about Nipsey Hussle. And I know that he's probably did some things that you probably was influenced with because I know that he was taking it back to the hood too and trying to help his where he came from. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing that I would think most residents of Los Angeles, especially South Central, appreciate about Nipsey, because as you said, he took it back to the hood. See, Nipsey never left the hood.
See?
And seeing he wanted to make sure that he was putting his money where his mouth was. So many people, especially people that a lot of the multi-millionaires speak about what they're gonna do, and maybe we don't hear about it that much, but I have to say this because I live in the city of Carson, and Compton is not very far away. And when Boys in the Hood came out, there was not a movie theater in the city of Compton for them to go see the movie.
Really?
They had to come over to Carson or go somewhere else. And so some of those big names that come from Compton, I would, and they are building it up. Some people have done a lot, especially entertainers. But I mean, just simple things like that. Look at the money that movie grossed. And that money went into other cities other than Compton.
Okay, see, here go that history coming out of it. Here come that history coming out of it.
But, and I'm going to get back to Nipsey, but Nipsey most definitely did a lot of things. I was at Crenshaw High School for 10 years.
Wow.
And he most definitely, as most people know, that his moniker and his trademark, he kind of put a little swag on the lettering of the word Crenshaw and has made a great deal of money off of that. And so therefore he shared, he most definitely came over to the school and gave things. The kids were enamored with him. Matter of fact, my father is a deacon at a church right on 60.
I was going to get to that. I was going to get to that. Now you can go ahead and into that, because I was like, maybe that's where your teacher come in too, because your dad is teaching and he teaching life, and you teaching how to get forward in life. Right. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was in you. It was in you. I could see it.
And so what was interesting about that, it's a Catholic church, so the Archdiocese of Los Angeles owned the property. But little did we know there was a private charter school on the property. And it wasn't until his death that we even realized that he had funded that school.
What?
And so therefore, a whole portion of the playground area is one big, beautiful mural of Nipsey. Wow. And it's wonderful. So so you would be amazed, and I'm pretty sure most people are after his death, all what he was doing in South Central Los Angeles and surrounding communities as well.
Wow.
And so here I am. My father's the deacon at the church, and had no idea that Nipsey had put some money into having a school for students there. And at that, the school was a private charter recovery school, meaning that these were students who were behind in their credits that could come there like a learning center and make up their credits so they wouldn't need to get their high school diplomas and go ahead on to higher learning.
Oh man, because these days it's even tough to get a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? And people just like you got to hang in there. You can't jump out. You got to get your education. I'm thankful that my daughter just graduated from UNLV, and I was like, ooh, her dad was like, she needs to get a master's now. I was like, she needs to get a master's payment on some job. she needs a master on paying a bill, okay? All right. Because it's tough. I mean, school is so expensive. School is so expensive for one. And it's hard for you to get educators like yourself that will stand behind you, help educate you, like always, like you can do it. Because sometimes that extra pat on the back is just what some kids need. You know what I'm saying? That extra little push, you know what I'm saying? And they it's a shame that we can say that push from a educator will sometimes be more influential to that child's life instead of their parents.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And then they respect their parents, but it's just that, that somebody they really look up to, that, hey, you can do it. What you need help on, what you need for, you know what I'm saying? And that's really nice. I like
But can I add just one thing to that?
Sure.
But I do want to say it does start in home with the parent.
That's true.
And if the parent just invests a little bit of that time towards what is your goal when you get to school, it makes the educator's job so much easier.
Respect at home. Respect starts at home.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. I it's something I really admire you for years.
And what's that?
Now I know you came to Vegas to celebrate your 60th birthday.
Yeah, the big 60.
Looking like you're 40. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I admit, I tell the people all the time, okay, I cannot twerk, okay? I got some booty, but I cannot twerk, okay? But
waste of booty.
I have seen her do some moves that I like, okay, I think I used to could do that. You know what I'm saying? I think I used to could do that. But you are with this organization that dances too. So what is the name of that one?
It's called the Hardwood Classics, and we are the senior dance team for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, woo! All I know is I be seeing you drop it like it's hot and then pick it up and then drop it back down. I was like, okay. Now I done seen them do circles around you in the middle. I was like, okay, you know, you're making me feel bad about myself because, you know, a couple little woo woos. I'm like, okay, I'm hurting. I need some ibuprofen. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I can't do all that. So Ro, where did you get all the dance moves from, girl?
You know, I just think that it came naturally. I have one sister.
Okay.
I'm very close with my brothers, but I have one sister, and she's older.
You got a cute brother too.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Friends in the family.
Yeah, I know.
But anyhow,
brother cute too.
But you know, my brothers and my sister are stair steps. They are 1 year apart.
Okay.
I came 3 years later, 3.5 years. I was at accident. 3.5 years later. Whoops.
Oops.
And my sister can dance her butt off. And so
really?
when I was a young girl, I just used to watch her and just try to imitate the moves that she did. And it just continued on, and I just like to dance. I'm hyper, you know, so we just jump all around.
You don't look like you hyper. You be breaking it off. I be like, God, don't you need some Epsom salt? I mean, I'm hurting looking at it. I'm like, I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I wish I could let you teach me that, but I know I'd be hurting halfway through. So I ain't gonna ask you. But you know, I am so proud of you with that. You know, you're traveling with it now because now you're retired. You're semi-retired because you're still helping students. So I don't, you know,
that's a lifeline.
I'm not even gonna say retired because you just semi-retired because you still helping folks. You know, but I'd like to see how you're traveling, doing it. You know, it's a lot of you know, ladies doing it and stuff, and you know, they look like they really love it. And God, you guys are just like doing it up. You know, I was like, I want to see Golden State. You know, and I don't even watch basketball anymore.
Oh,
but I want to see the Warriors. What is Golden? It's a Golden State Warriors,
right?
Okay, the Warriors, because I wanted to see that royal blue and that yellow. I wanted to see them play because I just wanted to see you dancing. I just want to see you dance at halftime.
Okay, well that's cool. I'm glad that you watched that. You know, but you know, some of them they ain't so bad on the eyes now. Some of them players ain't so bad on the eyes.
Okay, because so, you know them young guys like me. Them young guys like me. I just I be like, you just gotta look at me for more than just child support. I'm just saying. I just want them to, because they is cute. Some of them, cute. I'm like, oh God, you can get me in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be careful.
I'll bail you out.
I be asking them all the time. My first time I see somebody, I be like, oh, how old are you? You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta ask these guys that, because I can't go by them dick pics that I be getting in my girl, I get it. I want to tell you that I really appreciate when you came down when I did the talent show at the Westgate. I was so happy to see you. I was like, because it was so funny because, you being the teacher that you are, because, I don't want to just say teacher because I know you're an educator, but you're a teacher too, okay? Okay. So I got off of there and I was, we were so pushed for time. When they had a clock on the stage that everybody else couldn't see, but we had a clock on the stage. Okay. And each judge was giving you, I think, like 20 points, 20 points.
Okay.
And they only had 3 judges. You got 10 points taken off. 10 points if you went over your 5 minutes.
Oh my. Okay.
So that's why the clock was there.
Okay.
So me, I talk fast, normally talk fast, but I was like, and I was mad at myself because I could not give the audience a chance to laugh at what I was saying.
Right.
But I couldn't. But nobody knew why I couldn't.
Right.
Normally I don't do that. You see some of myself. I don't do that. Normally I give the audience time to laugh. Because that's part of being a comedian. But it's I couldn't do that in that situation. So it was something different for me to work with. Working on the time and then trying to get my audience in at the same time. But it was so funny because I was saying that about myself. But then as soon as it was over, when I went off the stage and then you came over to give me a hug, I was so happy to see you, and I was like, oh, and I was like, you did good. I was like, yeah, but I went too fast. You go, okay, you said it, but I was going to tell you that. That teacher was kicking in. That teacher was kicking in. You're like, I was going to tell you, Val, you was talking a little fast. And I was like, bro, I was pushed for time. You was like, oh, okay. You said, I could tell because you don't normally talk that fast. You talk fast, but you was talk like, pushing. I talk shit. Now you're a witness to this. Now, I know that a lot of people have been pushing me for a long time, especially D-Lay, was pushing me for to be a comedian because I tell people, I wrote jokes for over 30 years.
Wow.
And I wrote jokes and was always scared to do it, because I didn't want to be that hypocrite because I was into church and, and I didn't want to, Saturday night, I'm like, this motherfucker here. And then Sunday morning, I'm like, oh, praise God. I didn't want to do that. So I said, I just wrote them and I just said, I'll never say them. But like I said, when my dad got ill, got ready to pass away, and he was like, something, we started to talk about things in life, like some things he wished he would have done differently and all that. And we talked about, you was always funny. You should have did something with that. And I said, Dad, I always did really want to be a comedian. He said, why didn't you? Because you always keep us laughing. You always the life of the party.
I can attest to that.
And so I was like, and I threw away some jokes. I went through some stuff and threw away some jokes. I was like, I ain't gonna never do this. And then when I went on that cruise and then picked it up and did it, I was like, I can do this. I didn't stop going to church. I can do this. So it's just I enjoy so much of people I've known for years, way back, then, and then to see me, move on and then finally get enough nerves and courage to do comedy, and then to see that, people like you that come across, come out of town to really like, I want to see. I have so many friends now that when they come to town, it's like, are you doing the show? Are you doing the show? Are you doing the show? And then I feel bad when I gotta say, no, I'm not doing the show, because on the weekend, it's kind of hard to get a lot of shows out here because they got their set shows going on and stuff like that. And then by me being, barely, new to a situation, because you got people been doing it for, 20 years and 10 years. I look at people that been doing comedy for, they got their 20 years in. But they ain't no further than I am.
Oh my.
And so,
wrong crowd.
So that's why I hate when people always like, how long you been doing it? It's like, I hate that word that always come out of somebody's mouth. Don't worry about how long I've been doing it. Just tell me, just right. Am I doing a good job?
Right. Are you laughing?
Right.
Are you laughing?
Am I doing a good job?
Right.
It ain't how long I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to the bathroom. How long you been pushing? Don't worry about that. As long as I take a shit, you know what I'm saying? It happened. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worry about how long I've been doing it. But I did it. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't stand that question though, because it's not that does not portray your ability of being a comedian. Working on it. I don't care if you've been doing it for 20 years. You're still going to work on it because you're working on different material. Right. So you're going to keep working on it.
But everybody is a rookie. Once you start something, any endeavor, any profession, everybody has a first day and a first year and your first 5 years.
That's true.
Until you really get your feet wet.
Yeah.
And dry the wetness behind your ears. It's a craft. Everything that you take an account to in your time, it becomes a craft, and you always hone it. You always embellish on it, and you just get better at it. It's simple as that.
When you get ready to go out and dance, are you nervous?
Yes. While I'm waiting to go out to dance. While I'm waiting in the tunnel.
Are you nervous about just remembering the steps? Or
no.
Are you what are you nervous
about?
No,
you're nervous because it's now showtime.
Okay, yeah.
And so, you are standing in that tunnel waiting to go out.
Right.
And that's where the nervousness is. It's the anticipation of the horn blowing, whether it's a timeout to dance or a halftime to dance. That's the nerve-wracking part, the waiting.
Oh, okay.
But once you hit that floor, it becomes you and the audience, and you just let your body go. Then there's no more thinking. The music takes control of the body.
Okay.
And that's why practicing, and just like in any craft,
right,
practicing is so important, because especially musically and dancing, your body will remember the movement, not your brain.
Right.
It's your body. Your body automatically follows the music. Only if you practice.
Right, that's true.
Because the practice puts the memory set into your body.
I used to dance. I mean, I'm telling you, I know I be talking them jokes, but I really could. I used to could dance. I used to be on what grade was I in then? I was in ninth grade.
You went to school? No.
I was in ninth grade. I went to school, yeah. I was in ninth grade. My teacher signed me up for we used to have, I think it was called Disco Express or something like that.
Oh my, okay.
It was called something. It was like Soul Train.
Oh, okay.
But it was a mix. It was a mixed crowd. Soul Train was mixed, but this was a more mix. It was predominantly white people.
Okay.
But anyway, he signed me up, and we had 3 tapings. So to bring change of clothes for 3 tapings, right?
Yeah, right.
And because I was, could dance. I mean, I was in the newspaper here in the 7th grade in a talent show for dancing, because I came out and my mom sent me to tap dancing school.
Okay.
So I came out tap dancing. I thought I was Sammy Davis Jr. And then because my friends were standing there was Yvonne and Jennifer. And they were standing there. So when they opened up, I came through and I started tap dancing. After I started tap dancing, I kicked the shoes off And then, kick the shoes off. Girl, I kicked the shoes off and I had a tam on and then pop, 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 pop. I started pop locking. I used to pop lock too. So I'm telling you, I can get to do all the dances. Don't ask me to do 3 of them right now because I can't. You know what I'm saying? I went past that. I can't. No. That's why I admire you so for when you out there doing it. You know, I'm like, dang, I'm in my 50s, but I can't think of 5 dances I would do. You know what I'm saying? But you be getting down. I really admire that about you, and I really appreciate your support. Mm-hmm. And when I started this, I was like, you know, when you said you was coming to town, I was like, Before you leave Vegas, I gotta holler at you because I appreciate everything that you've done, you know, as supportive of me. And then, you know, not just, I can remember when you put me on your page when you used to sell T-shirts saying my black skin is love. Yeah, I still have that on my page. Yes. But anyway, I still have my T-shirt too because my black skin is loved.
It is, and blessed and historical. But let me tell you a little something about why I'm so impressed with you. Like you said, we've been knowing each other 30 years, and I think we watched that property change names 4 times.
I know,
the Hilton, the LVH, the something, and now it's the Westgate. And you talk about, you know, that you've been writing these jokes for so long. I'm here to tell you people. I have never laughed so hard while I was losing my money to somebody who said she was my friend. I sit down at the damn blackjack table and I had all kinds of colored chips when I first bought in, and then we laughed, and then by the time the cocktail waitress got there with the first drink, I ain't had no more damn chips. Yet I'm sitting there laughing, going, my girl done pulled all my chips to one side, and now they over there on her side. But, you know, I just want to say, Val, you've been making us laugh for me, at least 30 years.
Thank you.
Always quick-witted. Always had a comeback, even for the difficult customers, and still laughing and smiling. So to me, that calling of being a comedian had been there for a very, very long time.
I appreciate that.
Because you have always been very entertaining.
I appreciate that.
And you know that I'm pretty sure the track record, it's probably 99 for you and 1 for me in terms of the winning. But yet I kept coming back to her table. I would still always come back and find her table because it was so much fun. It was entertaining. I find Las Vegas to be entertaining. I come down here quite often, and it's my hobby. Gambling's my hobby. And so long as you can laugh, and then the people that you know, like you, Jack, let me see, what should we call it? Jack Black, dealer extraordinaire.
Oh, you called me that before. You've called me that before. Yes, you've called me that before. Yes.
So therefore, that's what makes it all worthwhile. So I want to tell you, I appreciate you, and I am most definitely inspired and very proud of you, because anytime you take that leap, like you said, it's been 30 years, and now you took that leap, and I will be there to support you all the way through.
Oh, I appreciate that. Woo. She gonna make me cry up in here, y'all. You know, I believe that. You know, I know that's come from your heart, and it's amazing that that's what keeps me dealing so long, is because I do find jokes at work. I get a lot of my jokes from work, but a lot of customers, they'll like come, they'll just look for me. It's like, I have so much fun losing my money with you. I'm losing, but I just love. And then it's so funny now, since a lot of people know that I'm a comedian now. They always knew that I was funny, but now to do it as professionally, to do it, the first thing they do, and they sit down, they're like, Valerie, tell me a joke. And I'll be like, no, because you're not paying me. You know, and then it's so funny because my boss will sit up there and stand behind me, like I can deal and I can deal and tell a joke. But they be so into the joke, they just stop playing, like,
waiting for that punchline.
And they just want another joke. And it's so funny that sometimes people just throw me tips just for the joke. And I was like, dang, I'm out here hoeing on the job. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people that anyway. I say, with it? Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize it. That's one thing, is that we as dealers, we will adapt to people that, especially tip. Ever since I know you, you've been a good tipper. Okay? So we will adapt to people that tip. And then, because the people that's not tipping, we look like, I hope them lose his money. I want him to get his ass up off the table, because get off the table. But we appreciate the ones that are tipping. So the ones that are tipping, of course, we want to entertain them and have a little fun. But I always tell people, I say, you know what? When you get on that table, you a hoe, because you going for a tip. Okay? So get on that table and hoe. And if one of my hoes not acting right, let me know. So I can get on the table.
Now that's a situation.
That's a situation. So any other situations you got going on?
Girl, I'm gonna tell you.
You always doing something. You always on the go. I think the mailman just hold your mail because he's like, if I just leave it, she ain't gonna be back for a while. I just,
Well, that's the only big situation I have right now, and it is a situation. Is that living in South Cal and trying to dance in North Cal.
Oh, okay.
Is a situation because these airlines are out of control.
Oh, and when you retire, it's a whole different situation.
Yes, and it's like so this one going to charge you to breathe. This one going to charge you to take 2 breaths. And if you want some water so you don't choke, and that's the situation. I don't know what's going on in the airlines. What you got some thoughts on these airlines?
I have joined since I started the comedy. I have joined 3.
Okay.
Those little airline thing, Southwest, American Airlines, and which one? Yeah, I joined JetBlue. I just did JetBlue. At first, I had Delta, but Delta I would never use it because the thing with Delta about getting their points and stuff, their flights was always so high.
Right.
Even if you remember they're so high, I was like, shoot, I don't need this. I don't need this account with y'all. So I don't really use them, and I will not use Spirit. I don't care who works there.
No, because they take your spirit.
Oh
That's
my
what
God,
they do.
I didn't had a couple of flights. Do you remember that flight that I posted when I went on that wasn't Spirit though. But I did post a flight with about Spirit, and I cussed them out when I got ready to go off. I'm getting off the plane. I was so mad about some bags,
Right.
And I called them because I wanted to add another bag, and they go, "Oh, you can do it at the kiosk when you get there." And I was in Chicago then, and so I get there, the kiosk broke. The man next to me, his won't work either. Right.
Wow.
So now I get to the counter and I tell him, I say, "Hey, your kiosk is not working." They said I could add a bag. It was $35 if there, but it's 90 something, 60 something or whatever up here, And then he was like, well, it's gonna have to be up at the counter. I said, wait a minute, I called y'all because I had called them before I got to the airport. I said, I called you to see you said that, and then it's like they looked in the system like, yes, it shows us that you called. And then I said, okay. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't say for bags. What the fuck you think I called you for? Just to see how you doing?
Some peanuts.
Oh man, so that just
Pretzels.
messed up my whole trip. I paid I think it was $120 for 2 bags or whatever. I was pissed. So when I got ready to get off, they like, have a nice day. I'm like, fuck you. I mean, I didn't hold back. I was pissed. So like you're saying, doing all that traveling with that, it's fun when you're doing it, but it can be costly. Comedy life can be costly too. I had a couple of sponsors luckily, but other than that those flights and stuff,
So he was really hoeing, huh?
I was really hoeing. I was hoeing the comedy life. Won't you support a comedian? Support an upcoming comedian. Support me. I'll tell you a joke.
Or 2.
Yeah, but they just believed in me, and I was happy that they believed in me and they helped support that. I had somebody else call me up and say, hey, let me know I'll be one of your support. I'm like, hey, that's good.
Yeah,
that's a pat on my back to me because that shows me that that somebody who do want to support. They ain't looking for nothing, and because anytime especially in this business, a woman. Female comedian is hard. It's hard because a lot of the men are just so disrespectful.
Oh,
because when pussy not in the game, you know what I'm saying? When pussy's not in the game, then it gets disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna say no names, but I had to say it to several people. This, that. Ain't no pussy in this. Understand that? Ain't no pussy in this. And then they whole demeanor changes.
Right.
And you gotta let them know this is business. This is business. If I wanted to be a hoe, I'd be on the street and I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you and negotiating my prices. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just that's just a thing of it. It's just like that's the part I don't like. Like I was saying before, it's so funny. I just ran into this morning a thing that stuff pops up of who you follow.
Right.
And it popped up on YouTube showing me that I think it says some more teaching the business or teaching the game or something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, because I just did my first podcast. I talked about one thing that I really appreciated her for was teaching me the game of business when it came to being a comedian. And I was like, dang, she is so right when she said that, because she said that she likes teaching the game. A lot of people don't know that, and she is absolutely right, because a lot of things that I didn't know, she taught me that game. How do you get that money? How do you say what you want? How do you get to that? What do you need to give them? What do you need to give you? How do you come up with the quote you come up with?
Right.
And that's that's good. So it was a situation. But I want to tell you, I really appreciate you coming down here. I know it's for your birthday, and I tried to get out and hang out with you, but you know, yeah, you know, I don't know why my filming, when I was filming you dancing, it froze. I said, see, she moving too fast. She moving too fast for the camera. This woman is moving too fast for the camera. She done froze the camera up. She moving so fast. She dropping it so hard, you know. But it was so fun to see you out still enjoying yourself. I'm trying to get together to have a thing to put together, because September 21st I'll be 55. So I'm trying to get together.
Speed limit.
Girl, I'm trying to, I don't know exactly what we're trying to put this party thing together. I don't know if it's going to be a comedy party or a party, but it's going to be a situation.
I'll be there.
I know you will be. So anything else you want to tell the people before you leave, Miss Rochelle Hall?
No, just other than thank you so much for just being accommodating, having me on your show. You know, this is my second home.
It was my honor. Okay. It was my honor.
And it's, you know, and it's wonderful to, like you said, come out of town and have people like you who are like family, you know, that, you know, I can call Val, you know, and last night, you know, we would try to do the hookup. That didn't work. But
cheap necklace broke me out.
Right. So, but no, that's all I wanted to say. And I'm proud of you for this. Here we are again with, now you have this going on, you know, and hopefully your situations will all be good ones.
Hey, because it's a situation. So I'm going to leave you with this. You know what? Everything in life has a beginning, has an end. But guess what? The in-between time is the fun time. So, you know what? It's a situation. And I want to thank Rochelle Hall for coming out, you know, and joining us. I'm sure I can twist her arm to come back again when she comes to town.
Anytime.
But, yeah. But make sure you click that subscribe button on my page. Please click subscribe. Leave your comments below, whether good or bad. Just leave them. You know what I'm saying? You know, just let me know you've been here. Let me know you're here. But click subscribe. Follow my page, OH VAL Comedian. Follow my page, please. Click subscribe, and we're gonna build it up because it's gonna be something. Because it's OH VAL, and it's a situation. We out of here. Thank you, guys.